And on the fifth day, God created man's four-legged friend. Unfortunately, like some of their human companions, these domestic creatures are neglected, abandoned, and abused. Fortunately, there are people and organizations that work tirelessly to ensure that these animals find a place in our lives and that we find a place in theirs. Here in Broward County, one of the largest animal shelters is the Broward County Animal Care and Adoption Center, also known as Animal Control and Regulation.
The goal of Broward County Animal Care is at least threefold. Our goal is to provide shelter to lost, stray, and homeless animals, caring for them here and either reunite them with their owner or to get them adopted into a new home or a family. Another goal of ours is to reduce unwanted pets in the community through spay-neuter programs so that we can not have as many animals coming into our shelter in need of a home. And then to encourage families to adopt, don't shop. We have so many homeless pets here in Broward County that we want people to come in and adopt an animal instead of purchasing one from a pet store or other location. We get cases of animals that are being surrendered by their owner for various reasons. We also get pets that have gotten lost from home. They've been found in the neighborhood as a stray or lost pet. Animal abuse and abandonment, cruelty here as well. So it's quite a mixture of different types of dogs and cats that come to the shelter for various reasons.
An animal recently surrendered into the shelter was an aged female leopard hound. A woman found the dog at her doorstep and gave it food and bedding. The dog was dehydrated and could barely move. It was surrendered to the shelter for examination.
So the dog came in. She had been found by a citizen. She's drinking a lot of water, but she's dehydrated. So we gave her some sub-Q fluids, an anti-inflammatory injection, and a vitamin injection to see if we can make her more comfortable. Hey, Mama. How you feeling? So after checking on her, she is improving. She seems more comfortable. At this point, we're gonna hopefully be able to keep her for her stray time, but if she declines over the course of the next couple of days, then we will euthanize her before her stray time is up.
Being able to have space for pets that come in, being able to care for the pets that come in so that we have a healthy shelter environment here, those are all key. And certainly every day, all of the staff is challenged to doing the best we can by each pet, to get each pet a home through adoption or to get it rescued out. That is the main challenge for everybody here, and our #1 goal and priority is to provide a happy, healthy outcome for all of the pets that enter our home.
On the same day, Broward Care also received a batch of 7 puppies. When the dogs came in, they were lethargic, dehydrated, and hungry. After being examined, the puppies were dewormed and bathed.
First, they're going to get a full clinic check and put into a foster program so that we can get them back up to health and adopt them out.
Thankfully, Broward Care is not alone in servicing the needs of animals in South Florida.
We're very proud of the partnership we have with the Humane Society. Here in Broward County, we are the 2 main shelters, and we both operate from a standpoint of what is best for the animal.
The Humane Society of Broward County is a private nonprofit organization, so we rely on donations to operate. The majority of pets that the Humane Society of Broward County receive are all surrendered by their families, compared to Broward County Animal Care and Regulation, where the majority of pets they have are strays. So after the stray period is up, whenever we have room here at the Humane Society, we will go there and bring back some pets so that we can help them find new homes and then help open up some space for other animals there. So we try and work together in a partnership. Both of us have the same goals, and that's to place as many pets into loving homes. The Humane Society of Broward County is a large organization. A lot of times you hear the term Humane Society and you think, oh, well, they're all related or they're all part of a national group. And that's the furthest thing from the truth. Each Humane Society is independent and we're all different. Each shelter offers different programs and services. And I think what's unique about the Humane Society of Broward County is we're very progressive. We're always looking for ways to advance, to try and help as many animals as possible, and really to educate as many people as possible. I think another issue that we face is really people afraid to come to the animal shelter. They think shelter pets are broken or damaged. They come with problems, and I think that's the furthest thing from the truth. The pets that we have here at the Humane Society of Broward County, they've been surrendered by their families through no fault of their own. Sometimes the owner passes away, and there's no one in the family that's willing to step up and take that pet. So, right now we have Billy. He's a 9-year-old beagle. He's been loved his whole life. He's a great dog. He knows all his basic commands, and he's just looking for a family that's going to love him because his owner is now ill and can no longer take care of him. Because there's so many animals out there that need homes, they just need a chance.
Unfortunately, not all pets end up in a good home. Some animals at Broward Care and the Humane Society have to be euthanized.
So the day after the dog came in, she seemed like she was more comfortable and she started eating. But the day after that, she started acting like she was really uncomfortable. She was panting. She stopped eating again. She was coughing pretty badly. So at that point, we made the decision to humanely euthanize her due to the fact that she was incredibly uncomfortable and suffering while sitting here at the shelter just to do her stray time.
The Humane Society of Broward County is an open admission shelter, and that means we don't turn any owned animals away. When the animals come to the facility, they're evaluated for their health and their temperament. They have to be friendly to go up for adoption, and they have to be healthy. If they won't meet that criteria, then they would be humanely euthanized. We also provide a service for the community called Owner's Request for Euthanasia. So if your pet is elderly or sick and you can't afford to go to the veterinarian, you can bring your pet here and then we would euthanize it.
There are nonprofit shelters, such as Cats Exclusive, that choose not to euthanize animals. However, there are pros and cons to these types of shelters.
When we take an animal in and commit to finding a home for that animal, it's a responsibility that we don't take lightly. And there's a great deal of satisfaction from taking an animal who basically, if we didn't take it, might have ended up being euthanized as a surplus animal, making sure that animal is physically in good condition and doing well, and then screening and finding a good permanent home for that animal. This facility allows us to take care of a maximum of 60 animals at any one time. If we exceed that number, we have a higher incidence of illness among the cats. It increases the stress level of those animals. You have to be careful that you don't clog the machine kind of by having animals that are not being adoptable. You're not able to find homes for them, so therefore you cannot take in new animals. What we do is we screen the animals and select the animals that we feel could easily be adopted.
There are a few ways that the community can help reduce the amount of animals that are put down at the animal shelters.
We do more than 12,000 spays and neuters for pets that have homes in the community, in addition to spaying and neutering all the pets that are adopted from the shelter.
Low-cost rabies vaccinations, low-cost spaying and neutering programs, all of those things are critical to reducing the pet population here in Broward County and certainly reducing the number of pets coming into our shelter.
Another way these shelters reduce overpopulation is through foster care. These shelters actively recruit foster families to care for the animals in their home until they are ready for adoption. All 7 of the puppies that came into Broward Care were fostered out to 3 different homes for a 2-week period.
When they first joined us, they were very shy and very scared. Now they're more confident. They're getting along well with one another and with the family, which is really important in the end goal of having them adopted to socialize. They've been gaining weight, so they're doing really well. It's really important that each one of them gets adopted because here in South Florida we have so many unwanted puppies and kittens, dogs and cats. So many come through the shelter doors, and that's the main reason that I'm part of this program, is to help them thrive and to help them find homes. And there's just too many unwanted animals that are out right now, and so we need to do the best we can to get them in the shelters, spayed and neutered and adopted to help decrease this overpet population.
After the 2-week period, the foster puppies were brought back to the clinic for examination and medicine. It was decided that the puppies were big enough for adoption, so they stayed overnight for spaying and neutering. After surgery, the puppies were placed in holding for a few days. Then each one realized the ultimate goal of being adopted out into a loving home.
Animals are very key to our society for a number of reasons. Animals provide unconditional love, and certainly there's no better companion than a dog or cat.
They don't segregate, they don't have preferences, and those are good lessons for people to learn because they apply to human beings as well.
They're a very important part of our society, and they have been for literally centuries. Since the beginning of man, practically, there's always been a dog or a cat.
They afford a way of communicating to people the appreciation of the God who created all things. The Creator created these as a gift to mankind, and like any gift that you receive, you show respect for that by treating that gift with some sort of respect.